For the EFDD group for 2.5 minutes, Mr. Arnott.
I don't support what Russia has done in the Crimea or its recent actions in the Sea of Azov. I don't see why anyone who's gay would want to live under a regime that oppresses gay people. I don't want to see Oleg Sentsov still in jail as a political prisoner. This year, Russia has entered the Open Doors World Watch List, a list of nations which do the most persecution of Christians on the planet, a fact that hasn't made it into the report. I can't believe for one second that Russian officers just happened to be visiting Salisbury Cathedral at the time of the Novichok attack. So don't expect me to have anything positive to say about the Putin regime in Russia. It seems to me that a large chunk of Russia's foreign policy approach is the nation-state equivalent of trolling. They're trying to provoke us into overreacting to the wrong things. They're trying to wrong-foot us. And it seems to me, Mr. President, that in this House some people are falling for it hook, line and sinker. And this notion that Russia was meddling in the British referendum campaign is nonsense. During the campaign, Facebook tells us that Russian operatives spent 97 cents, that's US cents, so about 80 euro cents, on political advertising. And even that was a mistake, because it was material targeted at an American audience that missed. Putin wants to be the villain of the peace. It suits his strategy, actually, to do so. It suits the interests of this place to try to claim that there was something up with the British referendum, because, frankly, you don't like the result. There were indeed some accidental rule breaches on both sides in the British referendum campaign. The pro-EU Lib Dems were fined. The pro-EU Open Britain were fined for rule breaches. Some other allegations simply were not followed up on. Nothing, though, was material to the outcome. As the UK Court of Appeal ruling on the 4th of March, there is no evidence that gives rise to any soundly based ground for believing the outcome of the referendum would have been different if those breaches had not occurred. Mr. President, the very fact that this constant assault on the referendum result and upon British democracy in general is being recycled time and time again shows a pathological reluctance to accept the will of the British people.
Thank you, colleague.